Flosstubers. My name is Stitching Scotty and welcome to video number 94, Flosstube 94, and today's September the 3rd, 2022. Thank you so much for watching tonight, and as you notice, I just welcome everyone that is stopping by for the first time or maybe the second time, and I hope you'll come back again. And for those of you that have been through with all the videos, 94 plus, because I did the 14 days of Valentine's or something like that one year. But anyway, I would like to thank each and every one of you so much, and all the wonderful stitching friends I've been making all through these last few weeks. Oh my goodness, welcome, welcome. And I hope you find something you enjoy. And I would just like to tell everyone that I would like to thank Becca of Sambrie Stitches, and also Molly and Kathy of Linen and Scraps, and Karen and Brendan of Fox and Rabbit. I would really like to thank all of y'all for your shout outs and videos. Yes. And just thank you so much for promoting my video, because we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We're 21 away. So be sure, if you've not subscribed, to like and subscribe, and hit the, and share it with some of your friends. I did get something from Linda Vinson. Thank you, from Needlemade Designs, a wonderful email thanking me for enjoying her projects at summer school at the attic, and I really, really enjoyed that. She was just lots and lots of fun. So thank you, Linda, so much. That email meant a lot to me. I was just like, oh my goodness, I got an email from somebody. Oh, it's a designer. Oh my goodness. So anyway, thank you so much. Okay, now, what are we going to do tonight? Okay, the reason we're inside tonight, as you notice, I'm camping yet again. I love to camp because pretty soon the campground will close and I'll have to be at home during the winter time, or else visiting my children. And which, that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But no videos when we visit the children. Oh, look at Striker. He's enjoying his bone. And Winston's over there in the corner. He's already had his. And he's give up trying to get Strikers. But anyway, those are my Scotties, and that's why my name is Stitching Scotty. But now let's get back on track. Okay, the reason we're camping and we're doing indoors tonight is because, yet again, it's raining. I don't know if those of you that don't know, the Great Smoky Mountains of Western North Carolina is part of a rainforest, and it rains here a lot. It does. But we welcome the rain because we know so many of y'all don't have any. So anyway, without further ado, I just thought I'd just throw in that little interesting fact that most people don't know. We'll get started. First of all, we're going to start with our free pattern. I always like to mix things up so you never know where to skip in my videos. I'm mischievous like that. But anyway, this is not the greatest picture because usually I get a picture before I leave for the campground. But if you'll notice tonight, this should be I forgot everything video. Yes, because I just packed up, threw my stuff in the car after work on Friday night, and the traffic was horrendous coming up here. But anyway, this is from Pinker and Pumpkin, and I've given out several of their patterns before, but this one was just so cute. It's called Aunt Mariah's Autumn Saltbox, and I'll link it below. And this is a very, very primitive looking picture right here. My fault that it's primitive looking. But is that not just the cutest? Look at the little cat in the yard with all the pumpkins and all the glare. Okay, there we go. And there's white pumpkins, deep orange, and, light orange, and the star on the roof, and all the windows. But isn't that just so cute? She is so kind, Melissa is, to, give us all these patterns for free. So be sure and go to pinkerandpumpkinquilting.blogspot.com, and the rest of the link I will put below. And be sure and thank her for all her beautiful patterns, because I tell you, she sure doesn't have to do that. All right, now the next thing I want to do is we're really mixing it up tonight. We're going to start with our featured Etsy designer. Now, a lot of you will go, oh, I know of her, but there may be some of you that don't. And because she is in the Etsy shop and she has some beautiful, beautiful designs, I thought I would feature her tonight. And this is Jean Farish. She is a very, very accomplished needlewoman and designer, and she's been designing for, oh my goodness, as long as I can remember. And as you can tell, I've been stitching for a long time. Okay, so I will link her below, and be sure and go to her Etsy shop and just check out a few patterns. And she gives, she has retreats. She does like a cruise retreat. I think this one's European this time. And from what I hear, they are amazing. So anyway, just wanted to let you know that. This one's called Hearts Come Home at Christmas. And I just thought that was so, so pretty. And this one's by Jean Farish. The next one is, you know, it's still summer, just a few more days. Let's see, today's the 3rd. We got about 18, 19 more days of summer. But, you know, there's lots of wildflowers in the mountain. Violets, anemones, and then we have harebells, buttercups, bluets, and peat pink on here. And it says, welcome wildflowers. Now, what I would do is probably make scissor cases, or maybe some, you know, like a little spring ornament tree or something like that, and do these separate. But I just thought those were just so, so precious. And yet again by Jean Farish, because this is Sampler September month. This is the Truth Sampler. Isn't that beautiful? She's also got some other samplers like that. And this one I saw, it reminded me, it was kind of nostalgic. And I thought, oh, I've got to do this one, because somebody showed something. Oh, I know, it was the Appalachian Stitcher. She showed something that reminded me of this. It was about love, though. A really good video. And this one says Down Home ABCs by Jean Farish. Isn't that cute? And it's got like A, Amish doll, B, blueberry pies, C, cookie cutters, D, duck decoy, E, eggs in a basket, and so on. But I just thought that was just precious. And it would look good, you know, like in your kitchen, or, you know, in the hall or something. But a lot of people are doing those. And then since it's Sampler September month, here is a Janet Irving sampler. And this one's a good one. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Then we also have the Hair in the Basket sampler. And it says, Threads Through Time Connect All Generations of Needleworkers. We learned our art from the ones who came before us. Today we teach and preserve for the ones who follow us. And that's what we really want to do with our needlework, is preserve it for tomorrow's generations and generations to come. All right, that's the Hair in the Basket. Then also she has a Merry Christmas sampler, because you know we can always stitch Christmas. And I know the Proper Stitcher and Finally a Farmgirl are stitching Christmas in August. Oh, that was August. That was last month. Never mind. Ooh, goodness. It's a blonde day. Okay, and then the Roxy Sampler Kit, and she even gives video lessons with this. And this is not funny, but I thought it was kind of humorous. When I am dead and in my grave and all my bones are rotten, when this you see, remember me, or I shall be forgotten. But I thought that was just very, very unique. But isn't that pretty? I love all those, I guess they're strawberries around the border. So pretty. And it's very colorful. Some of the things some of the kids wrote back then. Okay, but those are a few of the samplers and different patterns that she has. She has several different genres of designs, and she gives fantastic classes with needlework, needlepoint and stuff. So be sure and check out Jean Farish and her cruises. Yes, and her retreats. All right, and I'll link that below. Okay, now when we get to the part of what I forgot. Yeah. Okay, it's a new month, which finally I realized that. But, well, I don't want to get out of order. Wait, scratch that. Okay, we're going to start with the needlepoints. Okay, you know I've been working on this Bucilla Christmas stocking. Well, it kind of fell by the wayside when I went, you know, to my retreat. So I've been trying to make up a little bit, and I'm doing pretty good. And this is 14 count needlepoint canvas, and it was a kit. And part of the stitching I did not do. One of my very, very dear friends, she did this, and she asked me would I finish it for her. So don't get any ideas, people. It's not going to be happening. I'm just teasing. But anyway, this is what I've got done so far. I'm trying to do 30 minutes a day, and I'm doing more on the backpack and more on the Santa Claus, and he's starting to look a little more filled in. So I'll be glad when I get the sack and the toys done, and then I can move on to bigger and better things. But I'm really enjoying doing this. I'm stitching two-handed, and I'm using, it's like a crewel type wool for like crewel embroidery and needlepoint, and uses 2 strands, and I'm using a number 22 needle, I think tapestry needle for this, and it's on a scroll frame. And I'd forgotten just how much fun stitching on a scroll frame is, because I hadn't stitched on one in forever. So anyway, but this is how this is coming along. And what I'm doing for the days I missed is I'm trying to do like 45 minutes like I did today. And I've not been good posting either. Yeah, so I'll have to get back to posting every day to keep myself accountable. Yeah, so anyway, but that's coming along. Hopefully it'll be done soon, but I don't know how soon. Okay, now getting back to what I forgot. Yeah, oh dear, darn. Well, we may be going out of order because oh, there it is. Okay, all right. You know, WIP Go, new numbers come out on the 27th, and I usually do a WIP Go wrap up. Well, you know, it'd be easy to do a WIP Go wrap up if I had my projects with me. When I finished them, I just laid them up on my cutting table in my craft room and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to this. Made a picture of them, posted them, and yep, they're still there, but that's back home, not here. So I did finish, as you know, if you watch my videos, I had said I was going to finish the Philanthropic Pumpkin by Hands On Design, and I did. I did not get an FFO on it. I need to read the directions a little bit more for that, but they're really good directions. Kathy Haberman gives great directions. And then I was supposed to finish the Joy picture, even start it and finish it on Jingle Jolly Joy from Luminous Arts. Well, it's at home on the cutting table and is finished. I posted a picture on the WIP Go page, and if I knew how to insert a picture and do everything else I needed to do, I would be glad to do that, but I'll just show you next week. How's that sound? Okay. But it will be posted. Well, it's already, I think, been posted on Instagram. I'll check, and if it's not, I'll post it. But it has been on the WIP Go page, so you'll know I am accountable, and I did finish it before August 31st, or by August 31st. But the new numbers she called out were 3 and 22. Well, I forgot to bring 22. Because I was picking out things I was going to work on, and I thought, now I don't need to take, you know, everything in the house, although it's so tempting. Thanksgiving Blessings, I think it's from Heart and Hand, is at home on the cutting table. Yeah. Oh well, I need to clean off the cutting table when I go home. But I did bring Priscilla and Chelsea Stitching with the Housewives Trick or Treat, which I won this pattern and all the threads off their page, or not page, but YouTube video. Southern Stitchers Co. Was nice enough to send me the pattern and the threads, because that was what they were going to do. They just said, yeah, and it'll come from Southern Stitchers Company. So I was like, yay. But I'm going, I think, for a finish for this. So this is what I've got, and believe it or not, I I picked it up on August 31st, and I stitched the belt here, this purple, and had started her skirt. And then when she called, when I went and looked, I said, oh, I didn't have my whip go board. So I didn't know what the whip go things were, because, yeah, you know, I'm going to memorize that. Not. But anyway, so I was stitching on it, and I went, oh, shoot, I need to take a picture. So I just stopped where I was, and so I'm going to take a picture, or I took a picture and posted it on the WhipGo website. And so I've got to finish her skirt, and there's like a pumpkin and, no, 3 jack-o'-lanterns, and she's holding a jack-o'-lantern, and there's a cat too. So I've got a little bit to do. I really better work on this a lot. But I really have enjoyed stitching on this, and I've got the little the big white pumpkin to put it on, because I just fell in love with that. And this is on 28 count black fabric. It's an even weave. And I enjoy stitching on the black better than the chalkboard or the slate. I just think it just pops more. So I'm using 2 strands of Classic Colorworks over 2. And I'm using all the call for threads. Oh yeah, and I do need to put little splotches up here. There's like little dots of color up here. I need to do that too. And there's like little berries on this vine. I need to do that. Got a lot of stitching to do. So anyway, but I've really enjoyed stitching on that. And I don't know why. I just keep... At first the black intimidated me, but it's not so bad now. So anyway, in my opinion, that's one of their cutest patterns, the Trick or Treat pattern. Okay, so next... and I did remember to bring my boards this time, but I only brought 2. Yeah. So anyway, next week I'll show you all the Whip Go things I forgot. Yeah. So anyway, next we have, because I went to summer school, I got the Scarlett House's pattern, Scarlet Berries. And, oops. And this is the pattern, and I think it's just wonderful. And the more I stitch on it, the better I like it. And when you see what I've stitched, you're going to go, how can you like it when you just stitched that much? And she was nice enough. The thing I forgot to tell you last week, we can put, or maybe I did, we can put our family's initials here that are important to us, and we can personalize this pattern to us, to our family. And remember, if the initials are in black, that means that person is deceased. She even gave us like graph paper, so we can graph the initials on. And this is on 36 count cocoa linen from Weeks Dye Works, and everything's a full cross stitch. And here is my big, big, big start and what little bit I've worked on it, because I didn't have a lot of time this week. But when I stopped before, I was in the middle of the A, so I've done 3 or 4 more letters. And that's about all I've got done on this one. Yeah. But I'm still enjoying it, and I think it's going to go really, really fast. And I really like this linen. It's showing up pretty good. Okay. So we're going to work on this for Sampler September. Okay. Now, if it's a reproduction sampler, you'll go Sampler September Soiree. It becomes a soiree if it's a reproduction. But if it's not, you just put Sampler September. So what I'll probably do is I'll just do hashtag Sampler September, because I don't want to screw up. All right, and the next thing, I have a new start. I don't know why. You know me. I've got to start something new. But I've been wanting to do this one ever since I got it. It's just the cutest little pattern, and I just love it. Thank you, Christy, for doing this beautiful pattern. It's called Scarecrow Matilda. Is that little mouse just not the cutest little thing you've ever seen? And I'm not even a mouse person, and I like him. I think he's just precious. Sat down one night, because I was just like, oh, I'm just going to work on this. And I had this in my stash, and I think it's 32 count. I may be wrong. It's either 32 or 28 count. But it's just a piece of something I had in my stash. I don't even know what color it is or anything. But most of the threads are WIPS Dye Works. And look, I got the little mouse done. Now, he doesn't have eyes or cheeks or nose. But is he not cute? And I love his little tail. So we're going to do some more stitching. That was just one little sitting. And it didn't take very long. He's stitching up pretty quick. So I think he's just cute, cute, cute. And, you know, she makes such good patterns. They're very, very easy to read. What do I want to say? Dog getting a drink of water. I mean, the patterns are large. She has them in color. I mean, and they're just very easy to read. So, thank you, Christy. Okay, the next thing I stitched on, I was working on the Toil and Treble sale with hashtag Toil and Treble sale with Primrose Cottage Stitches. And of course, you know, I didn't follow the directions, which is really unusual for me because usually I'm a rule follower. It's like anybody that knows me, they're like, oh yeah, Dottie's a goody two-shoes. She's going to do whatever, you know. Yeah. And some people are laughing when I say that, but it's really true. I'm a rule follower. But this is the Toil and Treble by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I saw that and I said, ooh, got to have that. So what I did, instead of going to the page, you know, I was just so excited I wanted to start it. I was like, what's the biggest thing on here? And I'll start with that. So I started with the cauldron. I was supposed to start somewhere else. So my goal was like, let me just start at the top, go back to the top. So I made my way to the top, as you know. And I got all this done. I only have one part of the border done because there's also some orange that goes around it. But this is on Stormy Night, 28 count. And I'm doing 2 strands over 2. And I'm using all DMC flosses. And I'm using all the call for colors. And I'm really, really liking stitching this. This is stitching up pretty good. Because I haven't worked on it for many, you know, like a long time or anything. But the last time I sat down, I did the L and the candy corn. And that's all I'd worked on it this week. So, but the modeling on this fabric I thought was really, really good. So, I'm enjoying doing it, even if I didn't follow the directions. And still not following the directions or keeping up. What else is new? Sorry. Okay, and the next thing I do not have a picture of, but I do have a picture of the book that it came in. This is by Teresa Kogut, and it's in the Celebrate book. And the name of it, see, she's just got like little graphs. So I'm not going to show the graphs. But it's called Bad Kitty. And it's 115 by 86. And she stitched it on 32 count Heartland. Well, it didn't have any Heartland. So what I did was I had a piece of... Don't know. Or do I know? Just a moment while I look. No, we do not know. But anyway, it's pretty. It almost looks like cocoa, but it's not WIPS Dye Works. It's too thick. It's a witchelt of some kind. But it's got a little witch and her little cat. He's going, nah. You know, he's making this awful face and some jack-o'-lanterns. And they're walking up the path to this little house with 2 trees. And she's got her broom. All right, I've got the witch started. And she just not something. Now, those orange things are the tail of her dress. Oh, excuse me. But I love that green face, don't you? And those green hands. Her arms are quite long. She could almost be an Inspector Gadget witch. But anyway, hopefully I'll get some more done on this. It's very interesting to do a pattern when you don't have a picture. You know, it's like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. So sometimes it's good and sometimes you're like, you know, so I'm kind of going with the color she had, except I'm using 610 DMC instead of gingerbread because didn't have any. So, this is 2 over 2. And this is 32 count. Yeah. And if I figure out what fabric I used, which probably won't be happening, I'll let you know in the videos ahead. But I can't wait to finish that. She is just amazing. Just amazing. I would say she's cute, but witches just aren't cute, you know. They're just not. They're supposed to have warts on their noses, you know, and all that. And she looks pretty hideous in her own little witchy way. But that's a really good book. It's got, she had this a couple of years ago, I think, and I want to say at Market. And, oh my goodness, the patterns in it are just beautiful. Okay, and as you can tell, I evidently had the fall thing going on. And Halloween, because I've just been stitching up Halloween. But anyway, I thought I might as well stitch on it before something happens. Okay, so the next thing, on September the 1st, I got my email with my HOD Costume Party Sal pattern. And I can't show you the pattern, I can't show you a picture because it's a mystery stitch along. But I will show you this. See, and she told us, Kathy told us all the things that we would need from, you know, and some do. It's like, oh, you need this, but, or you don't need it, but you can get it. But I got my finishing pack from Lady Dot Creates. I had fabric. But hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie, she provided Silver Mist if you wanted to buy that. And I thought, well, I've got some grays. I'll just pick something out that looks good with the floss. Well, I assumed I had the floss. Now, people, you know how it is when you sit down and you go to do you go to pull your threads and you're like, I don't have that. I don't have that. I had 2 of the flosses on September 1st because, of course, you know, what am I going to do? Wait till the last minute. Well, so what I did was I stitched those 2 colors from what I had. And this is what I stitched. And this is the silver, or not Silver Mist. This is Stormy Night. And it's 20, no, I lied. It's 32 count. And I've got like the cloche and a jar full of something. Don't know what. But anyway, well, it's not really a cloche. They're 2 like glass jars with stuff in them. So that's what I've got stitched. Now, I made a trip to Hobby Lobby because I could not wait. And I picked up fabric, and I'm using 2 over 2 and all the DMCs that Kathy said to use. So I'm going to be stitching my little hands off probably later tonight to get more of this done because today's September the 3rd and she released yet another part of the pattern. Now I'm camping. I don't have a printer. So I guess I'll have to wait till I get home to work on it. So I'm at least going to get the first part done because I'm already behind. And then she's releasing the 3rd part on September the 5th. So, I got my DMC floss, and yeah, which I won't show because you've all seen DMC floss. But anyway, this is just going to be so much fun. And there was also a piece of perforated paper in there that you take ink and you dye it kind of with a stamp or stamp it. And there's a little bonus pattern that you can stitch. So, I can't wait to do that. But of course, I couldn't do that either because, you know, I waited till the last minute to look at my directions, and yet again I'm a little bit behind. But what else is new? Okay, the last thing I worked on was StitchCon 2022. Okay, so this is on 40 count. Oh dear, I don't know. It's on 40 count something. Some kind of linen. But anyway, I did some more. My goal was to have this part finished today, but I did not because I decided I did not want to have Sue Hillis's initials on there. I wanted to put my initials. So I graphed out my initials. And just by looking I should have looked on the back because the initials are graphed out, but oh well, mine are going to be a little bit different. But anyway, that's my initials. And I did the side of the scroll rod. And that's about all I got done this week. But I still have enjoyed stitching on it. So that's good. But most of the time I just sat down one day a week and stitched on something. And then I went on to something else, which is not usually what I do. But anyway. Okay. So that's 40 count. I'm using one strand of DMC over 2. And that's my progress. Everybody else is probably finished, but I'm not. Okay, let's see, what else? Oh, my plans. Okay, so hopefully I will stitch a lot on Trick or Treat and Scarlet Berries and some more samplers like my At First Cock's Crow sampler, which Niecy Lynn says, oh, you know, Dottie and everybody's doing so well. And yeah, I just laid mine by the wayside too, Niecy, or Denise, listen to me. And I'm going to pick it back up. I've got it laid out to stitch, but I forgot to bring it up here. And then I want to stitch on my 56 count Emily Foster sampler. And I want to stitch on my Thanksgiving Blessings, which you've not seen. And who knows, we may pick up something else, or we may pick up nothing. And of course, I'll still be working on the Christmas stocking for my 30 minutes a day. So, haul. Okay, I just got so much, not really. Oops. Okay, the first thing I got was my Christmas ornaments. It came with my subscription to Cross Stitch magazine. And there's some really pretty patterns in here. And I thought, I'm just going to show you on the back. Look at Santa Claus's wardrobe right here on the clothesline. And the 2 snow people right there. Is that not too cute? I thought those were really, really cute. There are some beautiful patterns in this magazine. It says 70 plus projects, all skill levels. And the graphs are very easy to read. And for the price, if you like 2 patterns in here, it's already paid for itself. So everybody needs to get a Just Cross Stitch special holiday issue. All right, because I'm sure you could find something in there for a small or an ornament to stitch or something you like. The next thing I got was when I got my floss, which I'm not showing you. I always go in the quilting sewing section. I just walk around and look, you know, and of course I have to walk around everywhere else and look too. And it takes about an hour just to go get floss. But I saw this and I thought, man, this is really nice. I'm going to stick this in my purse because, you know, or at least in my car, because constantly I get up here to the campground. Well, I have gotten here before and no needles, no scissors, except for my kitchen shears. Yeah, but we took care of that. We bought scissors. So, or don't have a needle threader. And look at this. I got this at Michael's. And it's called the, covered it up. It's by Artiste. And it's the Stitch Toolkit. And it's 1 case with a magnet, 1 scissors with non-leather sheath, 4 needles, 1 threader, and 5 floss bobbins. And you just open it up, kind of like a manicure set. And look at this. There's your needles, it's a magnet, there's your floss bobbins, your needle threader, and your scissors. And the scissors aren't too bad. I mean, they're really not. And, but you take them out, and they might be too long to carry on the plane, but you can always put that cute little pair, you know, with the little rubber thing that goes over the end, you know, the ones that are about this long. You can always stick those in here, and then poof, instant, you've got this to take with you in the airplane. So, and it didn't cost much at all. And what a great gift. I mean, you know, so that would be great. When I was checking out, the lady was like, oh, I've not seen that. I want to get one of those. And I said, well, there was only 2, and I got one of them. So I think she went back there and got it immediately. But anyway, that is about it for tonight. And I apologize for forgetting so many things, but I hope you'll tune in next week and like and subscribe the video, share it with your friends so we can get 1,000 subscribers. And many, many thanks to my Flosstube friends, my designer friends that I've made. I just really, really, really appreciate your friendship. And I just thank God for every one of y'all. Thank you so much. You've made my life so much happier. And I will see you next week, and I hope y'all have a happy Labor Day and a happy stitching. Bye-bye.